All right. Hi, this is Attican, and welcome to Railway Empire 2. We're playing the Steel Dragons DLC set in China, and we're ready to start a new game. And we're going to do the second scenario. So we're going to go back to the China map here. We finished this one. We did okay. I wasn't exactly proud of it, but we did okay. And let's go to our next one here. We're going to be in Peking. We're going to have 15 cities and we're going to be in 1900. And let's see what we've got. This one's considered advanced of bicycles and fireworks. The first railways in China have already been built by foreign companies, but now it is time for the first indigenously built proper Chinese railway system. Assist Jan Tinyu in constructing a rail network to support the steel industry, acquire wealthy business partners, and manage both passenger and freight transport in North China. Okay, so we go to North China, we go to Peking, and we look like we're going to be doing a lot of work with steel. So we'll keep that in mind. And let's continue. Now, we did the general the last time, and he kind of my favorite. Man, the bridges, man, he pays a fortune for bridges. Let's see who we can do this time. Oh, look at this. We've got the engineer. Now, it looks like let's start with the lady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can pick anybody we want this time, it sounds like. The last one, we couldn't do Idris and we couldn't do Walter. Now, Idris is just wonderful. Less maintenance. He gets discounts for tracks, tunnels, and bridges. He pays a little bit, doesn't get quite the bonus for the express trains, but otherwise he does great. And I think let's use him. Let's use Idris this time. And I don't know about the automatic signals. Oh man, that's a tough call because I felt like in the last one when we did Shanghai, I felt like the automatic signals limited me in a couple places where I would have loved to put some Jan Jansons in and gotten some trains to scoot up out of the way. And part of that's just my own poor track design. We'll stick with automatic and we'll see if I can do a better job. Good luck. All right. I don't know what that means. Base AI behavior. What does that mean? Strength of the AI. Anyway, 1.45, 3.5 million, same as last time. It looks like the same kind of setup. Okay, no competitors makes sense. We had them all available to us, so we don't have any competition this time. I don't know, for better or worse, we don't. At least they won't be in our way.
Ni hao, are you ready for adventure? Have some of this Longjing tea and listen to my plan. My plan is to create the first Chinese-built railway line, and it will be a project of cosmic proportions. A connection from the northern capital Peking all the way to Baotou in the province of Inner Mongolia. But that won't be the end of it. I hope to support the steel industry in the north, secure some wealthy business partners, and finally create a lasting rail network to transport workers, freight, and all citizens from the capital to anywhere. Let's not draw legs on a snake, though. For now, let's focus on our Peking-Baotou line and acquire parts of the iron and coal industry so we can start producing steel.
Okay, so let's see what we've got here. All right, we're barred from Inner Mongolia and Ningxia. Is that it? Is it the whole? There's one down here. Gansu. 1, 2, 3. It looks like similar. There's only 4 regions in the whole thing, and we're in this. No, here's a 5th one over here. This little Shandong, which has 1 city in it and has looks That's going to that's going to be important. It looks like. All right, so we've got Peking with an industry opportunity. Tianjin, these are out. Oh man, the names are getting harder. Zhangjiakou, Zilinhot, Chifeng, whatever. That's what we'll call them. And so, what did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. Oh, that's pretty good. Now let's think about what we got to do. First of all, let's see, what do we have to do? Make 10 different goods available in Peking at the same time, and found the Zhu pit, which is that one, which is a coal industry. So there must be iron ore somewhere, you would think. Is that what that's going to? No, that's hemp. There we go. That's iron. I'm guessing we're going to get these two things done, and then they're going to open this one up, and we're going to have to found that and start making steel somewhere. Now, we could put a steel plant in Peking right off the bat. I think it's the only opportunity we have. And this, okay, meat, that's good. Noodles are okay because we've got some demand there. Meat again, that's redundant, but okay. Rope was okay. Porcelain is probably way ahead of its time, right? I mean, we're not going to need porcelain, maybe ever. So, how do we want to do this? Oh, man. Here we go again. I would think that Peking kind of once again needs to be the center of the universe, similar to Shanghai in the last one, because the 10 goods available, the easiest way to get 10 goods available in Peking is have them go directly there, right? So I'm thinking a warehouse in Peking, and we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items there, and then they have, what have they got? The meat would be 7, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They don't need any of those guys. They want manure, we can get that. That's 7. We can get rope from up north there, that one town. That's 8. And then they would like paper, 9, and cloth would be 10. Paper and cloth. So we might want to think about, and they have noodles. Those noodle factories, I just love knocking the things down. But they'll need them at 45, which will be pretty soon. So the noodles could be our last one here. The packaged tea, I don't see that coming because I don't see tea leaves. Now let me double check. There's no tea leaf production. Ooh, anywhere? Oh, over here. There's some over there, but there's none the rest of the map. Over here, there's a couple of spots where tea leaves are made, and we don't have access. So tea is not an option for us right now. But now cloth takes hemp. Do we have access to hemp in our little world? We do, and we could put cloth. Let's see, what are you? There's the rope. So we can have hemp going up here to make rope, and going over here, let's say, to make cloth. I like that. Can we get 2 with this right here? Let's just see if we can get. Yes, we can. Look at this. Now, this would be a pretty tempting place to put a warehouse to run. No, No, it wouldn't. The most tempting place to put a warehouse to run all our stuff would be Peking because of the task, right? So you've got a star in Peking, and man, I just wish I knew, is Peking supposed to be super big, or do we need a whole bunch of city growth? But I think if you look back, lessons learned from scenario one, you could. And by the way, you have to forgive me when I do these videos. I do them on the assumption you're going along with the ride all the way through. So those of you who've just kind of bounced into this one and you didn't see the last um, set, I would encourage you to go watch those. Obviously, I mean, it's my channel. I like people to watch my channel, but I'm going to talk like we're all in this together, working on this whole DLC. So in the last one, we kind of I got way too many traffic jams. It was pitiful. I was embarrassed by that. But on top of that, didn't I don't know. I didn't totally love the way I organized things. And we realized, man, you got to stay away from these suckers. They overproduce and overconsume your grain and your rice, which I don't see anywhere. Uh-oh. Where's our rice? I don't see rice anywhere. Oh, right there. Goodness gracious. Okay, we got all the basics. We're going to run them all to Peking. Let Peking consume first. And then, okay, yeah, we're going to run them all to Peking, but not necessarily to a warehouse, okay? Because if we put them in a warehouse in Peking, they're not going to go out to the rest of the world from there. Peking's going to tend to just eat everything. So I think maybe this time, let's set up our passenger mail lines so that we get that beautiful revenue right off the bat and we start making money, right? We got 5 cities here I think we can deal with. It's hard to tell in this view, but yeah, we've got these 5 cities to work with. Why don't we have them all connected so that and we'll look at the passenger mail and make sure that we can have passenger mail going, all the cities can send passengers to all the other cities, right? And if we can do that, we can really make some money, and we can use that to then set up a freight station and fire all the stuff into Peking, but then fire all the stuff into Tianjin and Zillenhut and Shifeng, and we'll call that Zhang out there. And not necessarily warehouse it, but just move it in there. Would that work? Oh, gosh. Or would we rather have... Crap. If we did what? If we did warehouses, I mean, you could have warehouses in these 5 cities, and we could have the entry point. The entry point for each good at its nearest city, kind of a nearness of view, with the really taking advantage of the warehouse system. I wonder if that would work. I just wonder if that would work. Well, I'll tell you how we can find out. We did this, and we looked at our trains real fast. Let's go back to our research and use our points here and see if there's anything back here we're missing we just got to have. Revenue's great. Maintenance requirements, great. Maintenance time is great. Okay. Construction is great. I mean, we're missing some really good processing speed. End of an auction. Actually, that turns out that's really good too. Recruiting, no. Revenue, Yes, man. Training is the one we bumped up. We could use that. Don't care so much about that one. I mean, we could use it, but again, processing speed. Oh man, we're missing really good ones. End of an auction. Yeah, we're missing some really good stuff here. End of an auction. We're missing all the end of an auction ones. It seems like, and they are worth a lot. And then construction of bridges and pat ticket. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to do my usual and go back and pick up the fundamentals that we don't have. And our next one we'll try to get is, where is the next one we're missing? Auction, is that it? Yeah. I don't know about the auction ones matter, but I think that I'd rather have like the revenue. Let me find the next one that's again the auction, well-being. Okay, recruiting. We'll go for processing speed right here. This will be our next one, processing speed. Okay. What industry can we put in Peking that would have the most impact on what we're doing? I think we need to just look at the supply chain. I still don't have this supply chain down cold. So our first one is meat, and then the next one that you want is rope, which we have up there, paper. Paper. Okay, I think we're going to put paper in Peking. Well, yeah, because it's meat. Yeah, let's put paper in Peking. In fact, let's just do. Well, do we want to do that for? Yeah, let's do that first, and that way our station is less likely. We can put it in so that in here and not get it the station and the paper and weaving mill to mess one another up. Okay, we got that. Now the other thing is we can put an immigration office right away in Peking. We'll just cram it in the middle as well. Anybody else want one? Probably not. No. They probably just hit 20. Yep. Okay. It'd be tempting to buy that ceramics right now before we run and put in the whatever's the next thing we need, which would be paper. Well, we can't get tea. We have noodles. Yeah. It would actually be a confectionery of all things. Confectionery. Oh, but I think we have that. Or no? No, we don't. We don't have that anywhere, do we? And I think it takes, what does it take? Rice and sugar, which we certainly have. So we could go here and put in confectionery, and that would actually create another product that's going to Peking right away, right? So let's do that. Let's buy this before its price goes up. Yeah. Okay. And then let's no, we don't have to knock it down right this second. We'll knock it down in a minute. Let's make sure we have enough money to put something in that's going to make us money first. So let's get that. I think we're going to go with the passenger mail thing. I think we're going to go like right here and put in the Peking station. And then we're going to have a station down here in Tianjin. And we're going to connect these two. Now he's on the end of our line. Okay, Tianjin here. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to double track this? Yeah, I think so. I can't help myself. Okay. Whoops. Let's go like this. Like this. And let's put maintenance kind of in the middle, I guess. All right, so we've got, there's one. Now, how do we want to route these passengers? I'm thinking we're probably going to have to go one, maybe go here, and then maybe that would get this one. We'll find out. And if that can go through here to get to here, then that means these guys could also go down here. So I'm thinking we probably have to go over here and up here, connect these two, probably have to connect these like this. And then hopefully all of these can go through Peking to go down here to Tianjin. And that would give us a lot of traffic. So what I'm trying to do is get as much traffic as I can get, right? So let's go up here. And put a station. I guess we'll have to turn it this way. Okay. And then let's have Peking talk to that station. Oh, in a much better way than that. Why is that so horrible? Okay. All right, max speed. Left side to left side. Double track it. And then we'll come back and do maintenance in a minute after we see how all this works. How we want to line that up to get as many of the bonus buildings as possible. And we will put supplies like here. Okay. So now these can certainly talk to each other now. Let's go over here and put one in is that okay? Yeah. We'll put one in Chifeng. Okay. And then I think we'll put one in. There's no way. Yeah. We're going to have a direct Peking to Zhang if we want to pick that one up. And we do, of course. Okay. Go here. Maybe like that. Probably run it like this right here. Well, this is, what am I missing? Are there big mountains in here? It just seems like this terrain seems very challenging to me. We may leave that tunnel. We could go up a little bit more and probably get rid of it. That's not bad. Right hand side, good. I'll come back for the switches. All right, now, if we looked at this right now, the question is, can Chifeng go to Peking? I don't think it'll tell us until we have trains on there. Nope. All right, let's do this. Let's put some signals on here, here. All right. Okay, so I think our first test will be, I think what we're going to end up with is a line going across there, and I'm hoping this can work that, and then therefore down there, and then that across there will work that. They should all talk to each other with this line, and we know we're going to need this one. So let's go ahead and put this line in right here. Okay, over to here. Okay. And I'd rather have here and here than here. Okay. So how can we do this to have what I'm trying to do now is maximize the number of bonus buildings versus maintenance that we would have on our passenger stuff. because one of the things I typically do is like, 2 bonus, post office maintenance, 2 bonus, post office maintenance, 2 bonus. Actually, that's not bad. But then you would get a bonus. Oh, actually, that works. If we have maintenance in these two, then you see these two don't have maintenance if you run one directly. But what you could do, of course, is have a train that goes dot 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 like that and gets maintenance there. Or you could just have Peking have maintenance and everybody else have all the bonuses and make sure every train line goes to Peking. I think that's what we're going to do. All right. Talk myself into it. We're going to go maintenance and a post office in Peking. Now, it's a shame not Peking going to be our biggest city, not to have the bonus coming out of there. But at the same time, if we can get them everywhere else, that would be nice. So restaurant and post office and restaurant and post office and restaurant and post office restaurant post office. So let's do 1, 2, 3. As express. Pacific is 76, 119. High popularity with a couple of these. It's not even grossly expensive. Can do that in 15 days. I'd like to have 3 trains on that line. Okay. Where? Right here. Okay. Where are we missing directional signal? So we got this, and I want to see if they can actually go to Peking. They can. Okay, good. Now, if we do one from here to here to here, like that, passenger. Now that's 15 days. Okay. 3.5. Let's go get some money. 3.5. We'll have to take this one and this one. All right. And let's go here to here to here. $15 days. Okay. And then then we can check like Jingzhou or Zhang, whatever we're going to call it, can go to Peking, can go to Chifeng by way of Peking. Oh, that's nice. Well, I don't know if that makes any sense. It can go to Peking. It can go to Chifeng. You know what? It can't go to this Zillenhot. That's interesting. So let's take this line and let's go to Peking and then back up to there. And that gives us the both direction kind of deal. So 20 days, we'd like 4 trains on it, like that. And then we can look at this and say, okay, where can you go? Now you can go to Kaifeng and to Peking and to Xylanhut, however you say that. And then if we add a line that goes from Tianjin to Peking, 5 days, 1 train's good. Now that should allow everybody to go everywhere. Each of them should have 4 places they can go. 1, 2, 3. They can't go to Kaifeng, okay, because of that route right here. This needs to be altered to go back to here on the way back. Okay, and now, wait a minute. Let me see how long does that take? 15 days, 3 trains. That's good. Okay, I'm trying for 5 days per train. A train pulling in every 5 days on the route. So they can go to 4 cities, and these guys can go to 4 cities. And these guys can go to 1, 2, 3, 4 cities. Peking should be able to go to 4 cities. And fairly certain they can go to 4 cities. Yes, they can. Beautiful, beautiful. That should make some money. Cost us all our money, but that should make some money. Now, let's put a freight station in Peking. Now, Peking, as far as products coming into it, it wants the meat from Tianjin. And it wants the manure and the rope. And it's going to make its own paper from the hemp. Okay, so manure, rope. Okay, let's get the raw materials going to Peking first. Because we went down this express line route first, it's going to slow us down on this a little bit, but everything's a trade-off. So let's think about what do you want. Now, we also know for city growth that I don't know what to say. Let's go like this. Let's go out here. Like this. And this will be Peking Freight West. And what is that? Oh, it's Kowloon. It's going to pick up grain. And sugar. Grain, sugar. Are they making... All right, I want to build track. This will be ZHA Freight west. That. And let's let this run for a minute. Need some money. I assume we took all our money, didn't we? Isn't it amazing? I never remember. Have I taken all the money or not? I never know. Okay, we got a connection bonus. That's nice. Let's go. Let's get the grain into Peking, I guess. Peking grain. That's unfortunate, but I think that's kind of necessary. Okay. And I think to save $1 for a little bit, we're going to go like this. Like that. The Jinghan du Bousquet. Great tractive power. That's a good train. It's not overly expensive. Run full. Go. And I want to build a little bit of track like this. And then we want to go get the sugar. Yeah, let's go get sugar. Peking sugar. And run it. I guess we're going to, shoot. I built that extra track and it's not even helping me. We'll run it down like this. And get some more money. Build that. And then that didn't work. Need to be able to come off of this and come off of this. Peking sugar. Peking freight. Yes, I see it going too far. Okay, and then we need switches at this end. Okay. So there's sugar. We should have sugar and grain. Let's get these two over here, rice and hemp. That's going to be another station. Well, now we could use this station and just expand it. But it's the same, it's cheaper actually to add another station. Well, let's just see. A station costs 47,000. If I add a platform to this, see that? The platform, well, it'd be 100,000 for two of them, so 50,000 a piece. So it's actually cheaper to put another station in. So we'll put a station over here, and we'll call it Peking Freight East. And I think we can get both things from one here. We'll do that, but then we'll have to set up trains that have different priorities. Okay. Okay. This will be Peking hemp. Let's call it rice hemp. And I think what we'll do is put some track just about a little bit like this. I want to build. Doesn't like that, does it? It won't come off there at all. Too steep. That's a bad location for that station. Peking is a surprisingly touchy geography. Let's see if we can make that work. That's better. Look at that. That's a big slope, but that's okay. All right. And we want both hemp and rice here, so I'm going to run two. Whoops. Need more track than that. We'll double track this one all the way out. It doesn't like something. That's all right. Just needed money. Okay. You're going to go prioritize rice. And then we're going to copy you and prioritize hemp. There we go. There we go. There's two things. Then we want to get all this stuff up here. So I'm seeing, there's going to be stations along here, freight stations. This, I think this is just going to come down like this for now. We'll run it. There's no room here. There's no room here. Crap. We may have to go over. So what I really want is this line to come up like this and go over like that. And then we would hook into it over here. That's going to cost a lot of money to build that track like that. And I'll tell you what we could do is just go like this. We could go like this, like this. Something like that. And build Peking chicken, which is delicious. Okay. That'll do for now. Okay, and then shoot. Yeah, it won't make that corner. We do it like that, it'll work. Okay. And it wants to build a tunnel right there. That's all right. What's going on right here? Oh, breakdown. Okay, good. Good, we have a breakdown. I was afraid there was a track problem or something. Okay. So we've got track connecting this. Yeah. And this, we'll give it signals, and then we'll have a train coming out of here. Priority that, running full. And then we'll copy that and make one that's priority manure. Running full. All right. All right, we got 7 out of 10. Now we need to get who makes something we want. The rope. We need hemp running up to Zillenhot. And then we need a line that runs from Zillenhot down to Peking. So why don't we do this? Why don't we put a station here? This will be XIL Freight South. And we'll go from here here. And then we got this little weird mess right here, so we're going to have to kind of go like this to come back. That kind of, oh, I think I see, do I see what's the matter? Why is that over there like that? Oh, to line up with this, which is just weird. Let's fix this. This is ridiculous. Let's do this first. Let's go from here. Let's go from here and go into the freight station like that. And then we'll go from here, from here, like that. And then we'll take this line and have it merge with this line in a much cleaner fashion. Okay. And we're trying to get hemp up there to the rope and rice up there too. So we'll just come, we'll come off. Like this. Okay. All right, let's go here to here. No. Yes, I do. I don't want that. We need a shunt line for it. Unless we stop running full, and I don't want to stop running full. So it won't go up there. All right. Can you come off? Yes. Wow. Wow. What in the world? One, two, three, four, five. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's just have a couple platforms. And let's take this one here and don't make it run full. Where's it running? It says it's, oh, here. I'm trying to find where I'm missing signals. Okay, so let's take this one. You don't have to be full anymore. And then this one, you don't have to be full anymore. And then we're going to run a train up here. Doesn't matter what track you use. Prioritizing the rice. And then we're going to copy it. And prioritize the hemp. And then we're going to have a freight train that runs between here and here.
This marks the starting point of our Peking-Baotou line. Let's see it through to completion.
All right, we got the 10 different goods. And we have to form that, which is rope, meat, and noodles. We get rope there, meat down here, and noodles. And noodles in Peking. Okay. We'll do it off the freight side here. We'll go run for a second. Let's look at our money. 5.8 million. Oh, we'd have to close that one. So we'll just we'll stay cash for a while. Okay. We'll put a station here. This will be coal, Peking coal. And it'll go down here. All right. And I've got to deal with a couple of supply towers and repairs and stuff. Who doesn't? These guys don't have one. And I think everybody else is relatively cool. Yep. Okay. And then repair wise, I think these freight stations are going to have to do the repairs. So that one and this one. And this one. Okay. All right, we're caught up with repairs for the moment. Now, we want to run, I'm just going to run it. Now we need a freight station here. Man, am I going to keep doing it like this? Yeah, I am. I'm going to keep keep doing it like this. We're going to go over here, put in a freight station. We'd love it to go along this. It would save us a lot of money if it could go like that. Because adding to the bridge is way cheaper than building a new bridge. Way cheaper. Come up like that and into the station like that. That speed is no good, but that's okay. It's a freight line anyway. There's the problem with the curves. Okay. Do they have any meat? They do. Okay, beautiful. Okay, our first meat will go to the coal. So we need 12 meat and 4 noodles. You got any noodles? You do. All right, we're going to have a train that goes here to here. It switches on the back here. All right, we're going to have a train that goes here, here, here. And it's going to be a manual. And it's going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you have to be full. And you're going to drop all that off. Okay. Get Minimum of 4. So get 4 meat. Get 4 noodles. All right. Well, minimum of 8. So you have that. So you're going to depart with the 4 meat plus 4 noodles. You're going to dump them all off there. And I think we'll have another train. It goes here to here. A freight train that runs full with the meat. And drops it off there. Okay. And then eight rope. All right. Train from here to here, hauling freight, running full. All right, now okay, they have hemp and they're starting to make rope. And he's starting to get some. Now, and they still are they getting chickens? Oh, this is in our turf. Okay, we need to get the chickens and the bamboo going all over the place. So I think we need chickens going to Tianjin for sure. And we need bamboo going to Peking, which we never did do. And yes, I'm aware I have a freight station over here that's just sitting there doing nothing. But let's solve our first problem first, which is let's make sure we can have meat production from down here. And don't we have a Peking? Yeah, we got the Peking chicken up here. We'll call this one the Jing Jing chicken. Or whatever that is. Oh, it's Tianwen, maybe? Or Tianjin, let's call it. Tianjin chicken. And it's going to go, I think it's going to go into a station over here. Which is set up with repairs. Okay, and here we're going to go prioritize chickens. Copy it. Prioritize eggs. And copy it. Prioritize manure, and I'll go back and fix that other one. That one is prioritizing chickens. This one I think is prioritizing two things. Yeah, we don't want that. We want priority of eggs, and then this one should be priority of manure. And research, processing speed, definitely. Recruiting, well-being. That could be good. We do a lot of training. And let's go for 200 for the mailbag revenue next. All right, we got our 8 chickens, so our 8 meat. So I'm thinking that one train, our meat train, probably can go. What's this one? This one here actually can just go because we've already got that, and we've got. Oh, this should have maintenance on it, by the way. But we don't have. I thought we had a train. Crap. I thought we had a train set up to get. Yeah, that's the rope. But I thought we had a train set up to go like this, to go here. Maybe I deleted the wrong train. Here to here, and it was the manual one. And we were going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum of 4, and then go to Peking and get 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum of 8, and then depart with nothing. Okay, there's the 4. Now it's taking off. And there we go. All right. And we'll watch that and then kill it when it gets after it delivers. Okay. And we should have one train left. That guy there, which is bringing us the hemp, and we'll kill it as soon as it makes its delivery.
Great. This coal will fuel the steel plant whenever we make it to Baotou. Now let's continue west. Welcome to Inner Mongolia. Here you will find endless steppes, ancient nomadic traditions, but also rich mineral resources. This is where Baotou comes in. The city is still very young, but it is an up-and-coming industrial center. All the conditions are perfect for turning it into a hub for the steel industry.
All right, so let's see what they want us to do. Connect Baotou to Peking and found the Ping Quarry. Okay. There's Baotou. Let's get our concession. All right. So we've got a freight station right here that can connect to Baotou like that. And we will expand out here. How many cities are there in this? There are 2. You know, they don't have the regional view anymore. And the only thing I miss being able to look at this and easily see what's in this region, because now you have to kind of scroll to see where your boundaries are, you know, to see what's in there. So I think it's just Baotou and Ulaanbaatar, or whatever, Ulan and Baotou. And so we'll hook those up next episode. So I think that's a mediocre start, maybe. Got our 10 goods reasonably fast. The thing I like is we were able to do both those tasks at a decent pace and still have the express trains that I'm hoping are making us some money. So here's one making 63,000. Let's by average balance, and here's one train making 42,000. Another one 4 trains making 32. So that's our income, and it's those passenger trains, and all your freight trains are just there. They're making money. They're not doing better than break even, but not a lot more. Now what we need to do, of course, is expand this out so that we've got these cities sending freight to each other. Right? We don't really have that. And we don't have this connected to everybody. There's all kinds of stuff for us to do, but you just got to go where your money is and go as fast as your money will let you. Like we don't have bamboo coming in. There's all kinds of things that we still need to do, but we got through those first 2 tasks. We'll come and work on these 2 in the next episode. And I think they're going to want us to build this. Yeah, this is going to be iron. So we're going to have iron. We're probably going to found this one too, have iron, coal, and they're probably going to want a steel industry and Baotou. And we'll deal with all that in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.